Hello, and welcome to our VIAVI quick tip video regarding our CWDM OTDR modules. The CWDM OTDR module will work just like our other standard OTDR modules, other than the fact that the wavelengths it transmits at will now be one of the 18 CWDM wavelengths. And the main advantage of this is in a CWDM wavelength, you typically have passive devices like muxes or demuxes that will filter out all wavelengths but that specific CWDM channel. So in the case that you want to be able to test through an actual mux port and onto the common fiber, and then also on the back side of the demux, on the far side of the fiber run, by choosing the exact CWDM wavelength, you would be able to pass through both the mux and the demux. These modules can be attached to one of our three major T-BERD platforms, the T-BERD 2000, the T-BERD 4000, or the T-BERD 5800 here at the bottom. The T-BERD 2000 will only support the fiber module, and in this case, just the one module, whereas the T-BERD 4000 is able to support two modules. Now I will walk you through how to use the Smart Test OTDR feature. From the home screen, you'll now select the icon for the single mode Smart Test application. And once you enter into this, there'll be a couple different auto configuration options that you have. You'll see a certification, you'll see an express, and then if you hit this button down here with the folder and the arrow, you do have access to some of our pre-configurations that we include with all of our instruments. For this demonstration, I'm going to use our OTDR auto test for the single mode. Once I select that, I'll load that in the bottom right hand corner. And then from here, we'll have our four major settings that we can adjust. For this case, I'm going to turn off all the CWDM wavelengths and just choose, for example, 1451 for this test. I'll view my results in meters, but again, that's user preference. I am using a launch cable, and it's a 20-meter launch cable, so I'm going to switch that to yes. And then in this field, I'll input my 20-meter launch cable, and then for my pass-fail alarms, I'm just going to use the default settings. So once I have these settings selected, I'll just go down to where it says the Start Test and begin testing the fiber. The connection check will as long as it's enabled, which is the default will be yes, we'll make sure that we do have a clean connector within the OTDR or close to the OTDR, just to ensure that we do get good results from the test. After the test completes, you'll get a high-level overview of the fiber length and the loss that's occurred on the fiber, and then again, whether it passes or fails. And then once you press the screen to get to the main results, you could see that initially the smart link or the graphical view will appear, but if you did want to look at the traditional trace view, you could press the button in the top right-hand corner in order to take a view of the trace. And then one of the specific features to the CWDM modules is that it won't only identify items like connectors, which if I select this connector here at 40 meters down and press event view, it's letting us know that it's a passing connector. But you can see we also have the ability to identify muxes and demuxes as well. And for each event that it identifies, you'll get a distance, a loss, and a reflectance for that particular event. If you wanted to save the results, you could go down here to the option for save, or if you wanted to retest with a different setting, you could just press where it says assistant, and that'll take you back to your main configuration screen.